It's April 2026, and the AirPods Max second generation just came out like 2 weeks ago. So naturally, I go and buy the AirPods Max first generation with USB-C. Are they still worth it in 2026? Here's my honest opinions on that. So some background, I got these on eBay for $250. That is a steal. If you can live without the 1.5 times or whatever Apple says for the noise canceling, a wider, kind of brighter-ish soundstage. Honestly, if you've been wanting AirPods Max, now's the time to get them. Get the Gen 1 with USB-C. $250 is great. I had a little bit extra money to get a normal carrying case instead of that stupid broad case that Apple comes with, and it's been great. I got some leather ear cups so I could use these at the gym, and I don't like those mesh ear cups at all. These were $20. I had extra money because I only spent $250 on these. They've been working great. So how do they hold up in 2026? Well, when I got them, they were in perfect condition, and using them, I've been trying to wear them at least an hour or two every day when I can. I can't wear them at work. So, after work at the gym, I've been using them and they've been working fine at the gym. I'll say the biggest thing with wearing them at the gym is I take the ear cups out after the gym and there's full of condensation. So I put it in front of a fan, let it dry out, and then I'll store it. We'll see how long they last with that. I've also heard that there is a flex cable in here that kind of gets weaker over time the more you twist it. And so that's also a bit concerning. We'll see how long these hold up. For some beautiful aluminum headphones with this thick headband at the top, they seem to be very fragile. If the cable in here bends from just, twisting them like normal, and if condensation builds up just from sitting in my office doing nothing, let alone going to the gym. So again, we'll see how long these last. Some people say these have lasted them for 4 years. Some people say a couple of months. We'll see. One of the biggest issues that people had with this is how heavy they were and the clamping pressure. Naturally, none of this has changed with the second generation. The results will be the same whether you get first or second gen. The more you wear them, the more you break them in, the less clamping pressure it has. Maybe I have a big enough head that this doesn't really hurt when I wear them. It feels like someone's hugging your head. That's kind of weird, but it's very comfortable. Honestly, I love it. I don't feel it at the gym. It doesn't bother me. It's wonderful. Now, these things can have some physical durability problems. Aluminum is soft, just like on the iPhone 17 Pro Max series. You have a ding here, ding up here. I don't know what's going on with that. Other than that, these things are in perfect condition. Of course, I haven't dropped them. I'm hoping to never drop them. I wear these at the gym because the gym is a loud environment and these have pretty decent noise canceling. You have the transparency mode on, and as everyone knows at this point, the transparency mode feels like you're not even wearing headphones. You put these on, press the button, turn on noise canceling, and you just hear zoom. Everything goes silent. If you listen, you can still hear the music at the gym. You can still hear people dropping weights, things like that. It doesn't block out all the noise. I can hear my front door slam shut when I walk in, even with the noise canceling on. It doesn't block out all of the noise. Hey, editing Jake here. I just took a flight the other day and the AirPods Max 1s really blocked out most of the sound. I would say about 90% of the sound. But a really weird thing that I noticed is whenever I turned my head, I would start hearing fan noises coming out from this side. If I turn my head this way, I can hear the fan noises coming out on this side. It's very weird. I don't know what it is. Maybe something they fixed on the AirPods Max second generation, but I never noticed this with like AirPods Pro or anything else like that. So if you know what it is, let me know in the comments. For blocking out all of the excess noise, it's phenomenal. Better than the AirPods Pro 3 because the AirPods Pro 3 kind of hurt my ears. Watch my previous video on those. So if you're needing something that does not hurt your ears, honestly, AirPods Max are a great thing. They have all of the Apple features. I really wish these had some of the features that the AirPods Max 2 have, but they're not worth an extra $300. I love the head gestures feature that the AirPods Pro have. These don't have that, and I miss that, especially when I'm working out. Somebody texts me, I love shaking my head yes or no. Again, for $250, these are a steal. If you can find these for under $300, that is worth it. That means they'd be the same price as the new Nothing headphones and the Nothing Headphones A, and they're cheaper than the Sonys. These will be for $250. These are best in class. These are a absolute steal. I have extra money to buy accessories for it too. AirPods Max are kind of funky, you still don't have the power button on the bottom. You don't have a way to turn it off at all. It goes to sleep after a couple of minutes of not in use. It still drains battery until you put it on like a thing with magnets, a case, or the stupid bra that it comes with. What are you gonna do? You have to compromise, but for the sound that this delivers, for the noise noise canceling, for the quality, for the finish, nothing comes close. The convenience of just putting these on, pressing play, and whatever I'm listening to starts playing instead of having to wait for it to turn on and go through that whole song and dance is incredible. That is worth it to me. And if you can get these for the same price as something else, then even better. To me, I was going to buy this or the Nothing Headphones A or the Nothing Headphones, whichever one I found at the best price. And these for $250, great. The Nothing Headphones have an IP rating, which I wish these did. But for originally being $550, I am pretty sure Apple did some kind of weather testing on these. They would not just send these out in the wild without doing some kind of testing. If you've seen previous videos on how they test like their iPhones that other YouTubers have shown, they've got to have done that with the AirPods Max. One of the big things on the AirPods Max is this telescoping arm. It's honestly super cool. The telescoping arms hold up very well. These are the most premium ways to adjust your headphones. Of course, leave that to Apple. Even after years, I've heard that these things still feel the exact same. There's no clicking. It's not hard to remove, but they stay in place whenever you put them on. You can make micro adjustments. They're so convenient. So for $250, you get nice aluminum headphones, very sturdy, very heavy, but comfortable in my opinion. You get easily replaceable ear cups. You can find better ones on Amazon for $20 compared to the mesh ones that Apple's come with. You can get a case on Amazon for $10. If you're really worried about this mesh, you can get a mesh cover for a couple bucks on Amazon. $250 for everything that this delivers. I think it's worth it in 2026. Let me know what you think. If you've gotten the AirPods Max 2 or you sticking with your old ones. I'm Jake, this shot on my phone.